What's going on YouTube, man? So y'all already know how my content is really geared towards people who's already grown, already out their house, and so don't take the following that, oh man, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this to my people and it's gonna be all right. Nah. So this video is gonna talk about, man, you gotta pay attention to how you spend your free time because it's your free time and no one else's. Let's get into the video. So, quick story, right? When I moved out the house, when I was 18. So I joined the military. I had to get signed up for it. Then I went straight to Japan, right? And so I was in Japan for 3.5 years. So that's a very long time, right? Especially if you never left the house, you never been away from your parents, you never been away from friends and family. At 18 years old, some people go to college, but they can still call their family. It's the same time zone. It's not a 14-hour flight across overseas. So just think about that. I was already in the state of nervousness, not knowing what to expect, not knowing anybody when I got there, the depression, the loneliness, and all of that. It got to the point where I was hanging around people whose motto was, your problems can't swim. And when we talk about problems can't swim, it's like literally you drink so much alcohol that you don't worry about the things that you're going through, right? You don't face your fears, you don't face the insecurities that you have. You don't really face anything. You just try to numb those feelings as much as possible and then get up and go to work the next day. And that's the part of the military a lot of people don't talk about, man. Depression is real, and at that time it wasn't a real big push on mental health. Like, it was still people that were suffering from mental health disease, but it wasn't like no real effort to cure that. It wasn't no real effort for these people to seek help. There was, you know what I mean? Like, we knew to go to the chapel and things like that, but things have changed so much. Now, I say all of that to say, man, pay attention to how you spend your time and spend your time the way you want to spend your time. I remember when I was trying to go back and forth between Japan and Georgia, it was just me paying all these plane tickets, right? These plane tickets are a lot of money. I just told you it was a 14-hour flight. So imagine what a 14-hour flight from Hartsfield-Jackson Airport all the way to Narita Airport in Japan, right? So that was costing me like around $1,500 to $2,000 a trip, like $1,500 to $2,000 a trip. And that's a two-way trip, but like when you get to where you're going, you're already losing time, right? Because you got to cross the time zones. So when you do take leave, it's not like you're taking 30 days of leave each and every time. No, it's more like at max, you're probably taking 14 days of leave to go across the world, essentially, just to see your family and friends. Now, that's a whole bunch of dividing time. And what does the dividing time really look like? So when you land from Japan to wherever you're going on the East Coast or West Coast of the United States, you're gonna be jet lagged a little bit. So you already lost another day just by having to sleep. So people want to spend time with you. They want to try to spend time with you. Keep this in mind as you're traveling back and forth to spend time with your family and friends. You paid for that time. You paid for it monetarily, and you paid for it by actually working to get your time off. Take your time off the way you feel is best for you and get the rest that you need. I talk a lot about how military people decide they want to spend money on fancy cars, or they want to spend money on a lot of clothes. They want to spend money on doing things that make them happy. My suggestion to you is do whatever you do to cope, because I'd much rather you cope in a more productive way than cope by trying to drown your problems with alcohol, right? So don't let the outside influences get to you too much. This is stuff that I wish somebody told me. I had to learn it, right? Don't let your outside, influences, whether that be mom, dad, sister, brother, uncle, cousins, whatever, man. Make sure you spend time with who you want to spend time with while you have the time to spend with them. Now, for the family members, man, try to visit your people that's overseas or they stationed in another state as much as possible, because that time that you say they can pick up the phone, or the time you say, oh, you got leave days, I'm sure your job has paid time off. You know what I'm saying? Likely you got weekends. You don't have dog duty days, dog duty weekends where you got to stand duty from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and that's when you get off. And then you'll have watch 3 days later, 2 days later. So it's a different lifestyle, especially when you get into this lifestyle, when you get into this this mindset of I have to spend time with everybody else. That's going to add even more stress when you're supposed to be resting. But hope you guys have a restful Sunday, right? I'm going to be studying. It's time to get ready, geared up for the final exams that's coming up in the next 2 weeks. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another video. Peace.